Hi Ashish, welcome to this feedback session. How are you doing today?
I'm fine, sir. Thank you for having me, and I'm good. Thank you for asking. What about you?
I am doing good, thank you. So Ashish, could
Okay.
you let us know which all courses you have completed or enrolled with I-Medita and how was your overall experience pursuing these courses with us?
Okay. So, first of all, actually, I opted only for CCNA part, CCNA routing switching. The reason being was like I was completely out of this field. I was like preparing for government sector, so I do not aware about this one. So I was just got to know like there is something called networking field in which there are multiple fields we can offer routing, switching, security. So it took me a while to first of all search out for this course and search out about I-Medita. So when I came over here, so I got a consultant and he told me like first of all it will be better if I start with CCNA routing switching because the thing is it's not a part of my previous domain. It was completely unrelatable. So I opted for CCNA routing switching. At that time, it was approx around 1 month, of course. So at that time I was going through it and it was okay. After that I opted for CCNP routing switching as well as Cisco ASA Firewall. So three things I opted for and I cleared it. And after that, like I was starting for the interview preparation. So that's how was my journey with Amit at that time.
Okay, CCNA and CCNP training you did in which year?
Okay, it was in 2019.
Before COVID-19 lockdown and before COVID-19.
Yeah, yes, before
Okay.
COVID-19.
Right. So could you please tell us a little bit about yourself and your background into the IT industry?
Okay, yeah, sure.
You can
So
brief.
basically, I completed my graduation in 2017. My entire family is part of the government sector, so I was also expected to be in that field only. So I was preparing for the government exams for 2 years, but somewhere in my heart, I know like government sector is not for me. I need to go for the private one. So I was searching side by side for each and every field. So first of all, I checked for data science as well, and after that for foreign languages as well. But I know like we do not have any scope. So then I came to know about the networking field. So there was one of my colleague basically who was working in that field only. So he told me about this field. So I searched out like basically what is CCNA and what we are going to deal with it if I am going into the IT sector. So like I was first timer, so I don't know much about it. Then when I got to know about Amadita when I visited in Gurgaon branch, so at that time that person who was over there from the management side, he let me know like what basically this field is all about, basically what I am going to deal with, like what is a kind of IP address, how internet works, and how IT sector is working, what is the scope of it. Like let's say mostly the thing is if one person is coming to the IT sector, he can go, but the thing is like is there any scope or not, we do not know about that, because on internet yes we can search out, but still if somebody is doing that field, if we are getting a feedback from that person, then that's a different thing. So he told me like how basically CCI is working. I came in, I am a to complete the CCI part. I do not even aware about the CCNA. So he told me there are three steps basically. First thing is CCNA, which is the associate level. So until unless you have the knowledge of CCNA and after that CCNP, only after that you will be going to go for CCI part. Okay, so CCI is a later thing. As of now, you need to focus for the CCNA. Okay, now in even in networking there are multiple fields. You can go for security, you can go for collaboration, you can go for service provider. There are multiple things, but as I do not have any basic idea about it, so I need to start with the routing switching. So he guided me to go for the routing switching. So but I was consistently saying to him like I'll be going for the CCI only. So he said okay, you can go, but the better thing is go for CCNA first. For 1 month, try to understand whether it will work out for you or not, you are able to understand the technology or not, because it's total going to be a waste of your time as well as waste of your money if you opt for the CCA and you are not even able to grasp the knowledge of CCNA part. Then I decided to go for CCNA routing switching. So when I opted for it, so my trainer was Mr. Baldev. He was very helpful actually, and also very strict at the same time. So the main part in which we all are lacking it was subnetting. So it took approximately 1 month to like get a basic idea how subnetting is going to be. So that's the most difficult part at that time. So like within 1 month we are able to complete the CCNA, and it was really very good. Like having like that person to be my teacher.
Right.
So then after CCNA, I like for approximately 1 week, I tried to like revise all the things which we have done. Basically, it's not just the training. The thing is, if you are doing the training in the premises, okay, for 2 hour session only, and after that you are not doing the regular practice, it's not going to work out. So I stayed at the institution at that time, and approximately around for 5 to 6 hours I was continuously doing the labs as well as whatever was like taught me on that day, okay, on that particular class. So I was revising them, and the next day I am like going early, like 1 hour early basically before the class. Then I revised that again. So that's how I was able to manage the CCNA. But when I go for CCNP, it was, yes, a little bit tough, but yeah, I have done my work in CCNA, so it was easy for me. And also, when wherever I was stuck in CCNP, like all the like trainers were there who were able to help me out, because it's not like you just read the CCNA and you'll be able to grasp everything like in 1 month. It's going to take a lot of practice. So multiple things I forgot. But when I was working 5 to 6 hours in the lab, so the trainer, whoever is present at that time in the lab, they were helping me out to understand all that technology. So it was really great journey with I-Medita. Thanks for that.
So currently, are you working somewhere?
Yeah, I'm working in SOPHOS.
Okay,
Yep,
right.
as a technical support engineer.
Okay. And currently also, I think you are undertaking some Palo Alto firewall courses, right?
Yeah, Palo Alto as well.
Okay. So you have taken physical classes. Now you are also taking online classes. So what difference you found in terms of approach? Okay. When you take physical classes, what are the advantages as a learner? And when you
Mhm.
take online classes, what are the advantages? Now, because you started CCNA as a fresher only, you were not working that time.
Yeah.
You did not had any kind of background. So what do you suggest to beginners who are planning to build their career? Would you suggest them to go for online classes, classroom training? So what do you suggest?
Okay, so like to all my colleagues who started after me, the only thing I recommend to them is like even if you go for online classes, not an issue. But for CCNA, when you are starting it out, always go for the offline classes. The reason being is because in online, any trainer can teach you, like there will going to be a console port like by which you will be able to take the console access of a router or any device. Okay, there are going to be these ports. They can only show you the image, but when you are doing it physically, that's a totally different scenario.
Right,
Because in CCNA, like for few of my colleagues were doing the offline classes with me, and few are from the online. But when they came later on in the premise, they do not even know how to take the console access,
right,
because that can only be teach in the CCNA part, because it is just the basic. In CCNP, if every trainer is going to explain all the things of the CCNA, it's not going to work out, because CCNA is basically to build your basic, your base. So if you do not aware about that, then that's going to be a little bit problematic. So that's the main difference between like in the offline and online. And second thing is, in offline, even after the class, you are working on like your lab which you have done in the classroom today only. If you are practicing it, it's not going to be like trainer has told you like that's how you need to do it and you will be able to grasp it in a sudden way. Okay, it's not going to be like that. So when you are going to practice it, you are going to like, I'm sure about it, you are going to stuck somewhere.
right,
But if you are online, you won't be able to get any help after those classes hours. You won't be able to get that the next day. Yes, you can, but whenever you need it, there won't be like any person who can help you out at that time. So my recommendation is, for the CCNA at least, you should go for the offline. Later on you can go for the online classes, not an issue.
Because your foundation is already built after CCNA, right?
Yes.
Great.
Yeah, yeah,
Great. And from which all instructor you took the classes? Because you did CCNA, you did CCNP, you did ASA Firewall. Now you are pursuing Palo
yeah,
Alto Firewall. So you got encountered with multiple instructors. So did you find
yeah.
all the instructors experience enough in the technology? Did they help you gain the right skill set as well?
Yeah, definitely. So for the CCNA routing switching, I went with like Mr. Baldev was teaching at that time the CCNA routing switching. After that, when I opt for the CCNP part, it was Mr. Saurav Yadav who helped me for that training. And then when I came with the ASA, so it was again Mr. Baldev Singh at that time who helped me. But I do have online courses as well for the CCNA. So I basically, if I get in touch with like physically which trainer who helped me, so it was these two person for these part. But for Palo Alto, I had Sudhanshu's online classes as well. But for the video recording, I have like Sudhanshu's video recording, as well as Saurav Yadav sir, and as well as Shubham sir recorded session as well. So I do have their recording videos at that time.
And did you find a learning portal easy to use and make maximum learning out of that learning portal?
Yeah, actually, the thing is, when you are doing the offline classes for, let's say, it's about 1 month, your session got completed. Now, if you want to revise it, so on that portal, you have those videos access as well. It's not like they are providing you the videos only for 1 month only. We have that approximately around 3 months. I'm not sure about that time, but we have extended time for the online videos. So you can check those recorded session. And the best thing is, those recording session will be of your class only. So whatever doubts you had at that time, you will be able to revise them. Okay, that was my doubt, and that's how he cleared my query. So you can write it down or whatever. It's going to be a complete reminder of that class. So it going to somewhere like going to be saved in a space. It's not going to be forget. So that's the best thing about it.
And
And
did you
yeah,
got,
the portal, like, yep,
yeah,
please go on.
please.
And the portal, it was really easy to navigate. It was really awesome.
Great. And did you got all the study material, lab access, and required support throughout your training?
Yeah, definitely. Because for the lab support, I was in the CCNA. I mean, I have done all my classes in the offline way only. Only course which I took online, it was Palo Alto, because at the time I was working with SOPHOS, so I won't be able to go there to get that offline classes. That's why I need to opt for online. But when while I was doing the offline classes, I got all the support, because all the books were available in the institute at that time. So if I need anything, they just went there in the store, and they just got me the books which I needed. And in online classes as well, before the start of the session, or approximately, let's say today the class has been started, so within next 2 to 3 days you will be receiving the books. So that much delay sometimes it do happen with the courier part, not from the side, like from not from the institute side. So sometimes it do happen, but yep, every time I got the support whenever I needed it.
Okay, great. When you did CCNA, CCNP, and ASA Firewall, you were not working,
Mhm.
right? So you
No,
you have given your entire 6 hours, 7 hours throughout the day, or even more than that, during the physical classes and lab practice. Okay. But when you did
yeah,
Palo Alto classes, you were working. Okay. So how did you
yeah,
manage the work balance, work life, and your learning schedule balance? So how did you manage that balance? Because as a working professional, you have to take out time for the study, you have to take out time for the lab practice. So how was your strategy there?
yeah. Okay, so for in the weekdays, seriously, I have only 1 hour of time, so I was not able to complete that. That's why I opted for the weekend batch, basically. So the classes were going in only on Saturday and Sunday. So I was taking the class on Saturday and Sunday, and I was working on it for next 2 to 3 hours, like after the class. But still, they were not sufficient. So on a daily basis, I was just getting half an hour or 1 hour just to practice it out. That how I was able to manage it.
Okay. Great.
because when you are working, so there are multiple things you need to check for, because 9 hours of shift, and after that you need to like go to the office and come back to the office. But in my scenario, yep, it was totally work from home, so I do not need to worry about that part, but still I have some other stuff which I need to take care of. But I was able to manage, like get 1 hour daily, so I was able to manage it. It was okay.
Great. So if you have this opportunity now, on a scale of 10, how would you rate our training, services, study material, lab access? So comprehensively, everything, including the training bundle, how would you rate everything on a scale of 10?
Okay, so basically, it's going to be full. The reason being is, what a particular person needs in his life is like when he is opting for a new technology in which none of your colleague, none from your family is able to guide you. Because I was a fresher, like my background was totally from other sector. I do not have anyone in my family who can guide me like which field to go on, because they don't even know like if there is going to be something kind of like this. What is IP address? They don't even know about that, so there was no one. So for me it was just the trust I got from I-Medita at that time, like you will be in the safe hand, just try to go for CCNA. If you are able to grasp it, then we will be able to help you out. Okay, so, and the other thing is like they could have let me know like you can opt for the CCI. I could have paid for the CCI part because I was so reluctant at that time. Like I need to do the CCI, but I do not even aware about the what is CCNA technology. But they told me first of all check with the CCNA. If you face any issue like in 1 month you are not able to get it, then you can again opt for the CCNA second time, because like with one time fee you can opt for 3 times.
Yeah, you
That
can
was the
multiple
policy at
repeat.
that time. Yes. Yeah, you're like 3 times you can take the batch. That's how it was. So like within one go I was able to understand it. It was really very good, because the thing is, our trainer was very strict for that time. Because what he did, like for the subnetting part, as I told earlier, what he did today, he told us how the subnetting is going to be. So the same subnet for entire 2 hours, he was just make us practice that how subnetting is going to be, and approximately around 1 week it went for the subnetting part only. So whenever we stuck, he helped us out, but he was very strict at that time as well. So it was both things. And the thing is, that's the support. After that, like regarding, because as I do not know where to opt for these interviews and all these things, because yes, I know I could have like know the knowledge of what is CCNA, what is CCNP, but the thing is, there is no use if you are not able to crack an interview. That's the second thing. Third is, as I am from basically Haryana, so and my family is also speaking Haryanvi. We do not know how to speak in English. That's the must part. So when I came to Ahmedita, I was so scared. Okay, I can go in this field. Okay, I can understand the technology, but how I am going to speak English? Because I do not have any confidence in that, because I studied in a government school where nobody was speaking in English. Even in college, none of my colleagues was speaking in English. So I was really scared of. So at that time, the management also helped me to build up that confidence. Okay. So when they asked me for my resume, basically when I completed all the trainings, then they provided me the interview calls, and after that I was able to even crack the interview as well. And it was really easy, and sometimes it amazed me like how I am able to speak in English, because so far in my entire life I like have never spoken English. So that was really a different scenario.
And would you recommend our courses to your other friends who are working in the IT industry?
Yeah, definitely. Even I have recommended in past, because the thing is, it's is the main thing. Basically the support which you need, I have seen it, like what kind of support Amadata has provided, so I have also recommended it, and I am going to recommend it if any person asks me to like where to go if I want to go in this particular sector. So yeah, I definitely recommend.
Thank you. And could you please provide any suggestion by which we can improve our training and services in the future? Do you have any suggestion for us?
Well, as of now, I do not face any issue, but As of now, no, I don't think so. There is anything as such as of now.
Okay. So thank you, Ashish. Thank you for your valuable time. We would like to keep in touch with you. Okay. If you have any requirement in terms of learning, in terms of job support, in terms of anything related to your career, let us know. We are there to assist you. I-Medita is a part of your family. Okay.
Yeah,
And thank you
sure, sir.
again for the time.
Yeah, actually, thanks to you because after like such a long time, I was able to remind those memories. So, yep, it was really nice time.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a
Thank you
good
for that.